Do you know what I love? The Avett Brothers. Do you know what else I love? Colleen Hoover quoting the Avett Brothers throughout her entire book. In fact, I think this entire book was inspired by the Avett Brothers. And one thing that I didn't realize was that the Avett Brothers were actually into slam poetry, which totally makes sense once I started thinking about it, and especially when you see their quotes. I'm Cher Guthrie, and this is my book report, and we're talking about Slammed by Colleen Hoover. This book is about a girl named Lake who moves to Michigan from Texas with her mother and her brother after her father passes away unexpectedly by a heart attack. And they move to a little cul-de-sac, which I think is really cool, and there's a guy across the street named Will who has a little brother named Calder who becomes best friends with her little brother. And this story is really cool, and I'm going to end up being very vague throughout this because I don't want to give anything away. But I will say that this hit home for me. I'm going through a lot of what this girl ends up going through. So I cried probably 3 times, a little teary-eyed, like 3 times in this book. Just so poignant. They were so wise. There were so many great moments in this book. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel contrived. I just thought it was so well done. And this is a book for everyone. I mean, I would have my 15-year-old daughter read it. I would have my 70-year-old mother read it. It's for everyone in between because there are a lot of really great life lessons in this book. And I just thought it was really special, and it's one that I lay in bed at night and continued thinking about. Tackled a lot of really tough issues. There was a smidge of angst, but not too much. You know, I'm not an angsty girl. It's not my thing. But it was enough so that it kept my adrenaline going and made me wonder how things were going to turn out, but not so much that I felt like I was going to just kill someone. So I thought it was done just right. I'd never read a book like this before. It was really original and different. Come on up here, buddy. Bono, my dog. And now I really want to go to a slam contest. Not that I want to participate, I just want to sit and watch everybody because there is some really great stuff in there. And that's not what the whole book is about, but there are some really great moments with that. That's just really cool. There wasn't really much about this book that I didn't like. You know, I usually try to, I'm like, oh, is there something that really bothered me? Nothing bothered me about this book. I really, really just enjoyed it to pieces. So much so that I immediately started reading the second book. So I'm about 10% into that one. So with that said, I am going to give this one a big ol' A. I love giving the A's. I'm like, please let every book be an A, but this one is a solid A. A solid A. And I'm already enjoying the next one. So if you want to discuss more about books, or this one in particular, you can find sheReader on Facebook, or you can follow us on Twitter.